Hi guys, so today's video I'm just gonna go over some art supplies that I've gotten recently. So I'm gonna start with some of the random stuff first and then get into the rest of it. So the first things I want to share with you guys are these couple of random things. I know, it's weird. So first I just have what looks like a hole punch, but it's a little star and I just thought it was really cute, so yeah. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby, got it for half off, and I'm using it for something I can't tell you guys about. So, yeah, I have that. Move that over. Next, I picked up these watercolor postcards, also from Hobby Lobby, and, oop, just bumped my camera. They were not $7. They were a lot less than that because there was a sale. So, yeah, I'm using this in a upcoming video. Stay tuned if you're interested in that because I, might be sending some of these to you guys. Crochet Hook, and I wanted to learn how to do amigurumi recently, so might do a video on that. I'm still figuring it out, but I needed a crochet hook for that, so that's also why there's no packaging, because I've already been using it. So I have that, and lastly, I have this Pilot Varsity pen, and I got it because it's a fountain pen, which I don't have any, so now I do, and it's in my favorite color, this aqua green. So those are those couple random items. Now the next set of items I'm going to go over are from my most recent trip to Niagara Falls with my husband for our anniversary. He is the best in the whole entire world, and I say that he is the best for many, many reasons, but one of the specific reasons he's the best is because on our trip back, he let me go to an art store. I know, he likes some art things, but he'd only take so much. But he was so nice that even though on our trip back we had to be back home at a specific time for him to get back to work, he took some time out so we could go to an art store. This is specifically Hyatt's, all things creative. I will link them in the description below. So if you're interested, you can check them out. They ship, I think, anywhere, but I know they ship at least in the US. They are located in Buffalo, New York, and I picked up a few things that either I needed or happened to be on a really good sale. So, first thing I got that I'm very excited about and have already started using is this Copic book. And it's just their, let's see, Made in USA, Copic marker. It's just like their Copic marker swatch book. So, has little instructions on how to use their swatch book. And yeah, I've already swatched some Copic markers in here. Next, I picked up this Winsor & Newton ink in Viridian. It was something that I was hoping for my birthday, but I did not get because the store didn't have it that I went to. So I now have this Viridian ink. Take it out to show you. So just this beautiful little bottle of ink. And yeah, it's a nice green color. And I'm excited to figure out how to use this kind of ink. So I have that guy. Next, I picked up a Sumo Grip retractable eraser. Honestly, I was just going to get a small one of these, but for this giant one, it was $4.80, and the other ones, like, they were like $6 or $7, so it just made sense to get a cheaper one. And I've never used these, but I've heard really good things, so I decided to get one of these. And this is also the first time I've actually seen one of these in a store, so I got a little excited and picked it up. Next, I have something that's a little boring, but exciting for me. They're just Strathmore Bristol board. They're smooth surface artist trading cards. I've been needing to get a few of these, so I picked up a pack of these. And honestly, I couldn't find smooth surface Bristol board anywhere else. I always found vellum ones, and that's not really what I was looking for, so just have some artist trading cards. Next, I have the General's Kimberly watercolor pencils. I love these. I got a smaller set of these and I'm obsessed, so I just picked up the 24 set. I'm so happy they had them. I cannot wait to make more art with these. And yes, they're still in the packaging, but I've had these for less than 24 hours, so believe me, they're going to be taken out of this plastic soon, shortly. Pretty much right after I'm done filming this video. So, I have those. And the last thing I picked up was this Legion Stonehenge Colors paper. This is by, let's see, what's the brand? Is it just Legion Stonehenge? Yeah. They are also the makers of Yupo paper, which I have heard amazing things about. And this was marked down from $25.34 to $11. It's because there's a little tear right here, so they have it taped to keep it together. The corners are a little bent and bumped up, but honestly, I just wanted to try this paper because I haven't, but I also could never justify the price. So that's why I decided to pick this up, because it was such a good price, and if I hate it, I'm still going to use it, but if I love it, then now I know that I love it. It's 100% cotton, acid-free, 25 GSM, 15 sheets, and it's color, so it's like this sort of like cream white color. So it's a pretty nice thick-ish paper, and I'm excited to get to try it. It also feels pretty smooth, so picked that up. Next, I'm going to share with you a few items that I got for my birthday. First, I'm just going to start with the art books that I got, because they're really, really fun. So the first two that I want to talk about, they're not exactly art books in the sense, but they are for artists. So these are two that my parents picked out for me because they thought they would be helpful. So first is Real Artists Don't Starve, Timeless Strategies for Thriving in the New Creative Age by Jeff Goins? I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sure. He's the best-selling author of The Art of Work. So my parents thought this would be a really helpful book on some tips and tricks to make sure that I actually have a good business out of my art, which is very, very helpful. Next, I also have the Art, Money, Success, Finally Making a Living, Doing What You Love. A complete and easy to follow system for the artist who wasn't born with a business mind. Learn how to find buyers, get paid fairly, negotiate nicely, deal with copycats, and sell more art by Maria Brophy. Brophy? Why can't I pronounce names? But yeah, I think this will also be helpful. If you don't know, I happen to have a degree in marketing from Penn State, and I also have degrees in theater and business law, and I also have a couple credits of grad school in education. So I have a decent background, especially in business, which helps me a lot with my art, but these books will be really helpful because they'll have tips and tricks that are specific to being an artist, not just how to market, but how to market myself as an artist and what I create. So I'm excited to get to read these, and hopefully they will improve my business skills. Next art books that I got for my birthday. First is The Art of Disney Moana by Jessica Julius and Maggie Malone, prefaced by John Lasseter, forward by Ron Clements and John Musker. And this book is just so beautiful. I haven't even gotten through all of it yet. It's here's a quick preview. That's just, I love it. I love how they go through all the sketches and the art and just how the characters came together and just all of the background research that went into this movie. I love it so much. So excited to get through all of this. One of my favorites. The next book I got is also Disney themed. Disney Pixar's Color Pixar, and yeah, I know the cover has it's been loved a lot already. It has some smudges, but it's just a quick little preview of this. If you happen to be doing Huevember, you might love this, or hate it. It might remind you of the struggles of Huevember, but it's just a bunch of pictures from a bunch of different Pixar movies, all color-coded, and it's really fun to look through and just see how even in different movies, very similar colors are used to create very similar moods or to show the same sort of thing that's happening in a scene. Oh, I have to lingering on one a little longer. I love this one from Finding Dory. Oh, it's just so pretty and the water looks so good. Okay. I'm not going to talk about this one forever because I will if I can. Next, I got the Sketch with Asia Ladowska book. I'm so excited. It's manga-inspired art and tutorials by Asia Ladowska. She's one of my... Whoa. My camera apparently is in love with her and tried to fall for her. But I stopped that because my camera's an inanimate object that probably should not become a sentient being with feelings for other humans. So, Asia Ladowska is one of my all-time favorite artists of forever. And I'm obsessed. I want to give a preview of the book, but I also don't want to give it away because she worked so hard on this, and I don't want to, I don't want to give away anything she's worked so hard on. So if you want to know more, look at all of her social medias, check her out online. She's brilliant. Find out more information on the book there. Get your own copy of the book if you are that interested. Let me take a minute to fix my camera, because it keeps falling for her, and I don't like that it's becoming a sentient being. Okay, I think I fixed that issue. My camera might try and fall again, but I hope not. The next 2 books I have to go through. So excited. The Sketchbook of Loish, Art in Progress, and The Art of Loish, A Look Behind the Scenes. And I will give you a quick preview of the covers. It's the Sketchbook of Loish. So beautiful. I've already started reading through this, and I am already obsessed. Her art is beautiful. I am not a digital artist. She is, but I still love learning about her process, and it makes me feel like digital art for myself might even be attainable someday. So I'm loving this. And here's a quick look at behind the scenes. Her book is just, again, I'm not going to show any of the art inside because I don't want to give anything away, because this artist works so hard and I don't want to give away anything for free. But they're just brilliant, and I'm so happy to have their books to reference and look through, and I'm just, again, if you want to know more about this artist, just go check out all of her social medias, channels, links, all of that. I will leave all links down below. I'm going to stop rambling and move on to the art supplies I got for my birthday. So, one of the first things is this lovely pack of brushes that you may or may not have seen in the corner of my video, depending on how good I can edit. We'll find out. Just all-purpose brush value pack. Got this from my parents, and I love it. There are some brushes in here that are a little bit not as great for creating smooth lines. They're pretty good for texture though, so I'm happy about this. I'm always needing new brushes, especially cheap ones, because I don't really take care of mine too well, so the few nice brushes I have, I take very good care of, because brushes are expensive. So I have these. I love them. Next, I got a few pens. Just a few. Just a couple. Just a few. So yeah, just a little bit, just a couple pens. So first, I got this Zig Memory System Millennium in a 05. This is one of my favorite pens. I have one from years ago that pretty sure I stole out of my mom's desk. Casual. I used it in high school a lot whenever I was doing anything for my art class, but this is made in Japan by Kiritaki. It is acid-free, archival quality, pigment ink, keep horizontal when storing. Of course, made in Japan. It's amazing. I really recommend this if you're looking for a decent pen. So that is a pen I got. I'm very excited about it because now I have a backup for my one that has been dying for like a decade. So I'm happy about this one. Next are 2 interesting ones that I'm excited to figure out how they work. They are glass writers. So you can write on glass, windows, mirror, ceramic, and metal. I have a silver and a gold, and my mom found these at the dollar store, and she wasn't really sure how well they'd work, so once I opened them I was very excited, and she's like, don't be too excited because from the dollar store I don't know how great they work. But I'm excited to figure them out. Since they're metallic and removable, maybe I wonder if they do that Sharpie trick where if you write on something and then bake it, like a ceramic thing, if it stays. I'm excited to try these out. So those are 2 other pens that I got. Another one from my siblings, I got the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pens. These are normally used for calligraphy, but I'm excited to use them for line work because I've really been liking using brush tips for line art to get the varying widths and just some nice fluid strokes. So I have a hard tip and a soft tip one, and they're fine point and black ink. So I'm excited to get to use these. Camera, stop it. Okay, my camera's officially become a sentient being. It's falling in love with all these artists. So I'm just going to try and get through the rest of this video as quickly as I can before it completely leaves me for another artist, because apparently it won't fall for me. It'll fall for others. It's fine. Not sad about it. Next are these Jelly Roll Classic gel pens in 05, 08, and 10. These are from my husband. They are amazing. I've been wanting to try these for so long because all artists rave about them, and I'm so happy about them. So I have these Next is this set of Pigma Microns in 16 different colors. That's not true. 15 different colors. There are 2 blacks in here. They're all in 0.05. Yes, I've already opened these. Yes, I've used them. If you want to see me use them, go ahead and watch my Prompt 22 video that just came out this past Wednesday. Normally, okay. My camera's falling for me now, which is flattering, I guess, and annoying. Next, I happened to get a couple pencils, just a few. Just a few pencils, just a smidge, just a sprinkling of pencils. So, first I have 6 entire boxes, all with 12 pencils in each, of HB to graphite lead, and these are all the Papermate Murado Black Warrior pencils. This is my favorite pencil of all time, the Murado Black Warrior. I love it, I'm obsessed with it, I use it for all of my sketching, and now I have enough for probably the rest of my life. That's, maybe not. Maybe for like 2 years though. So, mine's been dying, so I've been kind of rationing it, because I've, been sharpening it and using it and loving it, and so yeah, I now have backups and I'm very, very excited about it. The next pencils I have, this one was also a gift from my siblings. So they got me 24 Color-Race colored pencils, all by Prismacolor. I've not sharpened any of these yet. I've not used any yet. I'll prove it, I guess, by opening them all. But yeah, here's just the whole rainbow selection of Prismacolor Color-Race pencils. I'm so excited to use these for sketching and just using under work, especially if I do watercolor or anything with Copic markers, because as much as I love my Murado Black Warrior, the graphite does smudge. Camera? My camera is having issues with falling today. I might have to go get it checked out by a mechanic. Huh? If I say that, will you stop falling? If I scare you with a trip to the doctor? Is there a camera doctor? Is that a thing? I don't know. The last set of pencils I have are the Palomino Premium Graphite pencils. They are in grades 2H, HB, 2B, 2B, 4B, and 6B. There are 8 pencils in here, and I learned about these because I was looking at Blackwing pencils. Actually, I was looking at a substitute for the Murado Black Warrior because mine was running out, and I was like, well, maybe there's a similar pencil. So then I discovered Blackwing pencils, which are apparently a favorite pencil of a ton of different artists and writers and just a lot of different people. But like 12 of those pencils are like $24. That's a lot of money. But I mean, if you really like those pencils, it's worth it. Like, if that's what you use, that's your go-to thing, that makes sense. But I learned that that same company makes these Palomino pencils, and there's a bunch of different grades of them. So I feel like it's like my way of being able to try out Blackwing pencils, but having different grades of graphite to work with. Since I do a lot of art and sketching, it is nice to have a lot of different options to make things lighter or bolder as I need them. Alright. Next, I'm going to talk about some paint things. So some paint things, some paint things, some paint things. First paint thing I'm going to talk about, these Posca paint pens. This is the set of 15, and there's a bunch of different colors, all the way from brown, black, gray, white, pink, purple, dark blue, light green, yellow, this peachy color, light orange, and red. Those aren't all the exact names of the colors, but they're fantastic. Got these from my parents, and they're amazing. Next, I guess sticking with that Japanese theme, this is the 48 set of watercolor pens by Ganzei Tenbi, another Japanese brand. So, first to show you, yes, I've swatched on the swatch card pretty terribly because the brush I was using was not the best quality. It was a nice cheap old brush that I like to use pretty often. But yeah, it was trying to get some variation in color. Some swatches look better than others, but yeah, don't blame the watercolor on that. Blame me for my incompetence. But here's this plastic sheet that comes in to protect all these guys. A couple of them, yes, have been contaminated because I'm dumb. And I've just realized I've also opened this upside down, but okay, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen and scoot it around. Flip that around correctly. Also, just there's shiny colors. They're brilliant. All of these little pans too. I can get one out. I can get this one out. They're all loose in here, so if I just flip this over, all of these are going to dump out, but they come out like this, and in this little cardboard thing it says what color should go where, so if you'd ever remove these and forget what goes where, you just put it back on the thing. If you can't read Japanese like me, you can go by the numbers. This is number 50, so I know it goes here. This one is 55, and this one is 66. So I know exactly where they go. I don't know what that is that was in there. But yeah, there's like random deaths in here. I don't know why. I've only just gotten this, but yes. So these are the Karataki Gansai Tambi. I have a little color chart here. There's one inside the lid, which I will do once I have a nicer brush to do all those swatches with. And maybe I'll do it on camera for you guys. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I will probably be reviewing these in the upcoming future, and if not, I will definitely be using them in a bunch of different artwork. So there is that. And finally, here is the watercolor confections. And of course, they are in Pastel Dreams. I've wanted this set for a really long time, because it's beautiful. Pastel colors are just sort of, I like them a lot, but here's the case. It's just black with a little like white metallic sort of stripe around it. Has Pastel Dreams, so I know exactly what one it is. It's just a little like sticker, so I could peel it off if I wanted to. On the back it has this little ring and the Art Philosophy like logo on it. And this ring is pretty sturdy, so you can hold the palette. That's all. So yeah, you can open it up. It has this nice mixing sections here and here. They're pretty big. It also comes with a little swatch card that I have not swatched out yet. And it has all of these different watercolors in it. So there are 12 total colors. I have not opened any of them yet, because I thought maybe I could do that on camera for you guys. If you want to see that, let me know. I also like that I can take this entire thing out and have even more room for mixing colors if I want. And then I don't have to worry about contaminating any of this. So if I mix colors in here, I can just put this back on top and not have to worry about any of this getting contaminated.
The next three things I got for my birthday were too big to show on camera, so I'm showing them in separate clips. This first one is a 5-drawer wooden furniture sort of piece thing. It just fits on top of my desk. And it has 5 drawers that slide out that are all separated that I can store my pens and pencils in. And that's what I'm planning on storing in it. So here's just one drawer that's empty. And the top drawer I'm showing you, I've already sort of started to organize some of my pencils, and I will give you a closer view sort of what that looks like. Sorry for the unfortunate lighting and my shadow in the background, but that was one of the things I got for my birthday. The next one is this giant case that I can bring my art around with me when I go and travel and do work outside or travel to conventions and things. Sorry, it's a little hard to see. I have it put on the back of my chair so I can sort of show it a little bit better. It just has these clips on the outside, and they came without the straps already sort of strapped onto the clips, but there are a lot of pockets on this, so I can keep different materials in them. I can keep an easel on this one side, or I could use a tube to sort of roll up a canvas in. I also have enough room to fit a pretty large canvas in it, so excited about that. And the last thing is this wonderful chair. I am really short, and every chair that I had was too tall for me to sit comfortably at my drawing desk, so that's why I have this chair now.
It's time for me to move on to the next section of the haul. The first thing you might have already seen if you saw my prompt video, but this is a Blick Arts Materials self-healing cutting mat. Didn't actually have a cutting mat, and there's proof of that on my lovely white desk, because it has a nice big like scratch right through it, because I was like, I don't need a cutting mat, it'll be fine. It wasn't fine. So now I have a self-healing cutting mat. Next is just this big old bag. Lovely reusable bag from Blick Art Materials, Dick Blick. Woo! So I'm gonna scoot this out of the way and just go through all the things that are in this guy. So first, here's some of this sort of random stuff, but needed. So I have this erasing shield by Statler, and it's just, you sort of like lay it down so you only erase whatever is within this sort of shield. I found that this is something that could be very useful for me lately, so I picked one up because I thought it would be helpful. Next is also something that I have needed, that I've just discovered is a thing, and I'm really happy to have one now. It's also by Staedtler. It's a sandpaper lead pointer. So you can use the sandpaper to basically like rub your lead or graphite on, and then it sharpens it without it being as harsh as like a pencil sharpener where sometimes it breaks the lead. But is also used to sharpen tortillons or blending stumps, which I have a few, and yeah, I didn't know that you could sharpen them. I just thought once they were all dirty you couldn't use them anymore and then you'd have to throw them out. Well, I've apparently been wasting them for frickin' years. For expletive profanity years. So now I don't have to because I have one of these. So really, really happy about this. Super, super useful. Next, this was one of the things I was the most excited to pick up, was a black Factus eraser. I've heard great things about it. It was 89 cents and I love it. It's great. I just threw it. Yep, just have this nice new eraser. Another eraser I have is the Mono Zero eraser. So this is by Tombow. It's just in this little pen and it clicks, and it has a, let's see, what size are you? A 2.3mm nib. It is the smallest size eraser I've ever found, and it comes with, well, it doesn't come with refills, but it has refills. I have found many times where this could be very useful, but I don't have anything like it, so I just sort of try to erase as little as possible, but this is very, very exciting, so I'm super happy to have this as well. Next, I just picked up a dusting brush. This is just by Alvin. It was the only one at the Blick store that I could find, so I just need it because I have a lot of... Okay, camera's falling. Stop it. Stop falling. So I have found many reasons to need this, mostly for eraser shavings that I get everywhere so I can brush them and clean them up easier, but also so I don't ruin or destroy or smudge my work while I'm doing that and removing them, so excited to have this. It will be very, very useful. Next, two things. I picked up Artist Gloss Varnish by Winsor & Newton. It's oil colored. This is just a varnish to protect paintings. I've never actually done any varnishing. I might have done Mod Podge on like a 3D object thing once, but I've been learning more from Banana Jamma or Jamie Jo here on YouTube about varnishing paintings, and her paintings are first just beautiful, varnish or not, but they really do bring out a lot more of the colors and the depth whenever you add varnish. So I picked up just this small 2.5 fluid ounce or 75 milliliter, whatever your units are that you prefer to use, and yeah, so I picked this up to varnish a couple paintings that I've been working on, and I'm excited to figure out how all of this works. Next, I got this Artist Serving Artist. It's a brand that Blick makes, and basically proceeds from these kind of products go back to artists or go to programs that help support artists. So it's just a handy little mini kit. The stapler remover, pencil sharpener, stapler, a little mini tape with a tape refill, some mini staple refills, some paper clips, and a little mini scissor. So I thought this would just be useful to have to like carry around, so I don't have to carry around like all of my big versions of these things. But yeah, I think this is really helpful, really useful, and makes me feel good to be supporting some artists. So next, I want to talk about these 6 lovely things. They're all Copic Various ink refills. I have needed a few ink refills lately, so I picked some up since this Blick store had them. So the colors that I picked up that I definitely needed are 0 and 100. So the Colorless Blender in black. My Colorless Blender is pretty much out and my black is dying, so needed to get refills of these. Camera, stop falling. Stop it. I'm done with you. Stop it. You're rude. So I needed to get these 2 colors though to fill up my markers back up with, so picked those up. My E15 Dark Suntan and E51 Milky White are also all pretty much out. Like, they're sad and scratchy and just unfortunate. So I now have refills to fill those up as well. My E000 in Pale Fruit Pink and BG10 in Cool Shadow are 2 colors that I use very often. My Pale Fruit Pink one is going to be needing refilled very soon. My Cool Shadow one should be okay for a little bit, but I use it often enough that I know I'm going to be needing a refill. So honestly, when I went, the reason I got 6 is because I was planning originally to get 4, and then when I was looking for a 5th color that I happened to have needed, they didn't have it, but it was actually cheaper to pick up 6 than to buy 4. So that's why I have 6 of them, and it's just because it was after you purchase so many, the price drops, so it became cheaper to buy 6 instead of buying 4. So I have all of these to fill up my little marker babies, so they are nice and juicy and healthy. And from what I have heard, a various ink refill should refill a Copic sketch marker up to, I think it's like 10 or 12 times. So I'm very excited, and yes, it contains alcohol, so it's flammable. Don't put it near or in a fire. Yeah. Here are two things of paper I got. So this is a bigger Bristol board. It's just smooth surface. By Strathmore, there's 20 sheets. It's nice and smooth and delightful, and I'm excited to use this specifically for Copic markers. Yay! And next I picked up colored pencil paper. It's just white, has a good texture. I haven't actually used official colored pencil paper before. Like, I have toned paper, but I haven't used colored pencil specific paper, and I'm excited to be able to work on my colored pencil art because I haven't done it too much very often, but I used to be really into it, and I have a lot of nice colored pencils like Prismacolors and Polychromos, so I want to get back into it and make some amazing art like some of the artists that I follow that make amazing colored pencil art. Next, a lot of kind of random things. Here's my official preferred customer Blick card. Yay! Put that to the side. I got this thing. It's what is your official name? It's a paint puck brush cleaner. So I already have one of the. Well, I purchased two of these when I was there. I got this one is in the color Earth. It's blue, white, and green. The other one I have is just green, so it's just this green color just all over it. I've already been using that one, and it's amazing. It helps clean your brush whenever you like swirl it in your water, so it's not just brushing up against the sides, or it's not against a metal grate or anything. It just brushes up against these like little silicone nubs, and they're all different sizes for different size brushes. So like bigger brushes would go towards the middle, medium in the middle of like around this part, and then the smaller ones go towards the edge. And it keeps your bristles looking nicer longer, it takes better care of your brushes, and just overall helps clean them better. So you don't have to like scrub them or have them sit or use a lot of like cleaners and solvents and things that aren't necessarily the safest or healthiest for your brushes. So I'm very happy about this. It's also very soothing to just do that. Next, super necessary, was this carousel eraser pencil. It's just a pencil that has a little horse carousel like eraser on it. It was in the clearance section and I thought it was adorable and I just had to get it. So it's by Suck UK. That's hilarious. I just noticed that. I'm not even kidding. Alright, I love it. I'm happy about it, so yay. Also in the clearance section were these Jelly Roll pencils, the classic ice cream smooth, just like the ones I showed you earlier, the white ones. These are just a bunch of colors, so black, red, purple, blue, and pink. They were only $1.97 on clearance, and I know these are normally like $5 or $6, so really excited to have these to play around with these and add some different kinds of variations to my line work. Next, a couple small things. I just picked up a few paints from Winsor Newton, their professional line of watercolors. So I have Winsor Yellow, Winsor, oh man, I can't talk. Winsor Yellow, Alizarian Crimson, and Prussian Blue. I can say Alizarian Crimson, but not Winsor Yellow. Okay. Alright, so I just picked up these three colors because they're basics. I figure I can mix them together. They're also pretty neutrals to go with. They're all in their Series 1, which, as the series number goes up, their quality goes up, and their light fastness improves and all of that stuff. But I just wanted to go with some Series 1 because, again, still a new watercolor artist, still figuring things out, and I know these will last me a long time, and they're all in colors that I will use often and frequently, and then I can practice mixing them and doing all of that stuff, so I'm excited to play around with these and figure all of this out. And next I picked up just one acrylic gouache by is this Holbein? Yes, I don't know why I can't talk. This Holbein gouache, it's artist acrylic polymer, so I've been liking gouache a lot lately. This is the nicest one they have. The rest are like Artist Loft and that, you know, cheaper brands. But I just honestly fell in love with this color. That's why I got this one and not any other one. I couldn't really justify getting any more. But just this, it's a pale lavender color. I'm excited to learn how to like use all of this gouache and test out its quality. I've heard really good things about Holbein, but since I don't know too much about it, I wanted one color to test out and practice with, and might as well get a color I'm in love with. This pale lavender color, for whatever reason, is something that I tend to gravitate to, whether it's in clothes or art supplies or whatever. So, happens to be one of my favorite colors, and I'm really excited to use it. I also figured having a lighter color in gouache might be a good option to go with. Again, don't know too much about gouache, so I might be very, very wrong, but I'm excited to use this guy. Next, I got a nice little brown paper bag. No, don't worry, there are things in the bag I will show you. First, this is my favorite things. I knew I wanted to get this, couldn't find it at first. Right before I checked out, I ran upstairs one more time. This is a 2-story Blick store. Ran upstairs to see if I could find it, and I did. This is just a Faber-Castell pencil eraser, so this little part is the eraser, and this back part is the brush, and the one without the brush was the same price. I figured might as well have the brush, so you just like erase, brush paper, and brush all the eraser shavings away, and I think this will be very useful. It also is nice because I can sharpen it to a nice sharp point, so I can get smaller areas erased, and I think it will be very, very useful. Next, talk about 2 brushes I picked up. This first one is a round Princeton Aspen brush. This, I'm pretty sure, was advertised for oils and acrylics, but it's just a round in size 4, and it was on clearance for I think like $2 or something. So I haven't used this brush before, but I know I use round brushes a lot whenever I'm working with watercolor, and I've heard them be recommended, so I figured this would be useful. I also like that it has a long handle because I like to have that sort of fluid motion. I think it helps keep my art look a bit more loose and not so tight and controlled. So I'm excited about this brush, and also like that it was on clearance because who doesn't like saving money? Next, I picked up another round Princeton in a 6. This is the Aqua Elite series. This is an expensive brush, and I figured it would be nice to have just one really nice watercolor brush. Since I have nice watercolors, I need nice brushes to work with them. So I picked a size 6 because from research that I've done, size 6 seems to be a good sort of average size to have. If you're going to have one brush, it's a good size. I saw 4 is also good, but I tend to work a little bit bigger because I have a more cartoony style, so I figured 6 was a good way to go. So just a nice pointed rounded tip, and yes, I'm keeping the protector on it because this is like my holy grail brush. It is a lot of money, and I'm going to treat it very gently and with way too much love, and honestly a little nervous to use it, but I bought it to use, not to sit around. So, that was a brush I got. I don't know why I'm waving it at you. Next, other things I'm excited. Well, words are hard. Other things I'm excited about are these 2 pencils by Caran d'Ache. So this is a bicolor pencil. It's just red and blue. So this is really helpful for sketching. The next Caran d'Ache pencil I picked up was this Luminance. Wow, why can't I talk? Luminance. I keep wanting to say the wrong word. Luminance white colored pencil. Ugh, words are hard. So I was doing research on different colored pencil artists, and it seems pretty consistent that even artists that prefer polychromos or Prismacolors or whatever, they have a brand specific preference, they all still seem to love this specific Caran d'Ache white colored pencil, and it's because of how opaque this white can get and how brilliant and bright it can get. So I figured if I'm going to have one colored pencil from this brand, it's going to be the white one. And I want to see if it's true. Like, is it the best? Even if it's not, it's still a great brand, so I know it's going to work amazingly. Even if there's one that's better out there, I know I will get my use out of this plenty. Next, I have these Prismacolor charcoal pencils, so they're in sepia and sanguine. Sanguine? I think it's sanguine. So I have these because I am doing a lot of different figure studies and just, they're more like sketchy processes. Sketchy? Not like scandalous, but like sketching, like drawing. So it's not as detailed of a process, but it's just getting the general like shapes and figure movements and that sort of thing down. And these are just helpful to have because they're different than the usual like black charcoal that I have. So I like that I can get some more variations in tones and colors with these. Next are these 2 pencils. They are by, let's see, Stabilo. Yep. Stabilo Aquarellable. yes, aquarellable, which they have a little brush, so it means they can be used with like water to dilute them. And these are like, they're like an all-over pencil, so they can write on paper, glass, plastic, metal, and like a bunch of other things. So I thought these were just really fascinating and also very useful, so I assume I can also write on fabric with these. Not that I write on fabric often, but if I would need to, I guess I could. But I figured these would just be useful for whether it's arts and crafts things or even just home products, that sort of thing. I have a blue one and a white one to mark things out. I also happen to do a lot of things with really big either canvas or like murals on walls and things, so it's just nice to have things that I know I can use on those surfaces. But I also believe that I can wipe these off of those surfaces so they don't stay there, so I can just use it to map out what I need to map out. So that's why I picked up the colors I did. I thought about getting a black one for the darker one, but I thought a dark navy blue color might be better, it might be more versatile, so that's why I picked that up. Blue's also a little bit more fun, so that's why I got it too. But I also picked up a white one for like darker surfaces. I couldn't really find another color that I liked to be a lighter color that wasn't just straight white, so that's why I have white. It's also a nice Penn State white and blue sorta color scheme, so representing the school. That wasn't the goal of it, but you know. Next I have these pencils, all by Staedtler. I have a Staedtler pencil set, and they just didn't have these, they didn't have the full range within them, and I like having the full range to go from the lightest to darkest graphite, so I have a 5H, 6H, a 7B, and an 8B. So now I have everything from 5H to 8B to work with. So the H's are much lighter, the B's are much darker, and you can sort of tell that by just even the nib size. Like, these are much more of a dense nib. And yes, I know part of it is just the sharpening of the pencils as well. But since these are much harder lead, they can withstand being much shorter without breaking. Since these are much softer lead, so they can be bolder. Once it gets sharpened to a certain point, they're just going to break off more and be softer and smoother. So yeah, I have these pencils so I can work on my sketching and graphite drawings.
Here's just a quick little overview of everything that I have gotten recently, whether it's from my birthday or from going to Blick's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Hyatt's or, you know, all the things. And again, I have it in the description down below for the disclaimer, but I'm not doing this to brag at all. I just want to share with you guys some of the things that I picked up and some of the materials that I am using and that I like to use. I really like watching haul videos, especially art supply haul videos, so that's why I made this video, is for people like me who like haul videos. Woo! So if you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, all that stuff, leave them in the comments below. I will leave all relevant links in the comments below about products, different people that I've mentioned in this video, that sort of stuff. And yeah, if you guys like this video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, because I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on anything. And yeah, if you have any thoughts for me, leave them below. Also, if there are any products near you are really excited to see me review, let me know so I can show those off to you. Alright guys, I'm gonna get going. Thanks so much for watching my video. See you in the next one. Bye! That was a weird sing-songy voice. Bye! Do you want to see more shenanigans? Then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Oh, you want to see more shenanigans like right now? Then check out these suggestions on your screen or head on over to my Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Check back soon for some more shenanigans. Bye!